Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Tuesday. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. We love technical difficulties. That's why I was a bit late tonight, starting at 9:04 instead of the regular 9 o'clock. But that did not stop the forecast for tonight, as we're just gonna start and hopefully get through this forecast so that we are out of here on time. So let's go on now and start. If you have not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or hit the share button yet, make sure that you go and do so. Also, make sure that you go and hit the subscribe button, share button, all that kind of stuff with the poll that's about to go inside the chat as well in like the next couple of seconds. All right, there it is. So it should be inside the chat right now. And let's go on and get started for tonight. Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Tuesday. I am your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, we do have some isolated shower activity going on throughout over here. You can see over here towards places like Abbeville, Troy as well, South Carolina, and then other than that, there's not else really much happening. There is an isolated shower down there, also towards St. Matthews. Again, it's not much at all. And other than that, that's pretty much all that's happening. Going into the MRMS, let's look and see what's going on throughout the entire United States. We do have some rain going on, with some severe weather going on inside of western Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, as well as some rain going on in Illinois, Iowa, as well as South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, going into the Four Corners region as well. Northeast looking good. North Carolina and Virginia getting some rain with some downpour activity as well. As you go into your cloud cover is actually looking kind of widespread. To be honest, it's looking like that it will be a pretty cloudy night going into tonight, and obviously that was expected as that was forecasted this morning as well. As you go into your future cloud cover as well, you can see as you go on and push this forward that cloud cover is still staying strong even as we go all the way into 18 hours out into the future. So we're going to still be dealing with this cloud cover for a while as well. Current temperatures as well for tonight, around 79 inside of Columbia. Current temperatures 66 inside of Greenville, 66 in Spartanburg, 68 inside of Gaffney, and 66 in York, 68 inside of Rock Hill, 66 in Clemson as well. And as you go into 73 in Aiken, 73 in Walterboro and Somerville, as well as 73 inside of Moncks Corner. We also do have 71 in Charleston, Beaufort, as well as Hilton Head Island, 71 in Myrtle Beach, Conway, 70 inside of North Myrtle Beach, as well as 77 in Florence. Going to your low temperatures for tonight, around 60 in Greenville, 60 in Spartanburg, as well as 60 in Anderson, 59 in Greenwood, as well as 59 in Newberry, 62 in Aiken, as well as 62 in Columbia, 62 inside of Barnwell, and 63 in Aiken, 62 in Walterboro, as well as 66 in Charleston, 63 in Georgetown, as well as 66 in Myrtle Beach. Going into your precipitation for tonight, overall, there will be a lot of precipitation going in from tonight into tomorrow as well. You can see a half an inch to an inch is expected throughout places like Moncks Corner, Walterboro, as well as Kingstree, and then even a quarter of an inch to half an inch inside of Aiken, Barnwell, as well as Orangeburg, Sumter, as well as Florence, and even Dillon and Cheraw, as well. 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible inside of Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, as well as Lawrence as well. Yeah, there may even be an isolated inch to maybe even an inch and a half as well inside of places of the low country and the PD region. And if you go into severe weather for tonight, obviously there was a marginal risk of severe weather. In terms of that marginal risk of severe weather is still there, as I'm waiting to get it up right now. Usually they update it around now, and it has since pretty much disappeared. There is no more marginal risk of severe weather. It is now just a TSTM now. But as you go into tomorrow's the day that also we could be watching for. If you remember which I know a lot of you were there, or a lot of the people that are watching right now were here yesterday evening when I said would not be surprised if they added a marginal risk of severe weather that goes all the way down to the low country and the PD region towards the coastal regions. Well, that prediction did become true, as there is a marginal risk of severe weather for Aiken, Columbia, Florence, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and Hilton Head Island, as well as you go into tomorrow. So that is another correct prediction on the board there. And as you go into Thursday, April the 24th, 2025, thunderstorms are expected throughout the entire state of South Carolina throughout Thursday. As you go into our excessive rainfall outlook, as you can see right here, there is a marginal risk of excessive rainfall that goes on all the way up there for the far northwestern area of South Carolina, just to the west of Greenville. And as you go into day 2, that does expand all the way down to the low country of South Carolina and the PD region as well. So marginal risk of excessive rainfall is pretty much possible for a good amount of us. So that's isolated flash flooding or some minor flooding. And as you go into day 3, same thing, Thursday. Marginal risk of excessive rainfall is here. Greenville, Anderson, Greenwood, as well as Columbia, Orangeburg, Sumter, Florence, Rock Hill. Day 4, finally it lets off. So a lot of excessive rainfall days going from now into tomorrow and Thursday as well. As you go into our short-term future, it's no longer our current radar going on over here towards the 18Z. Starting off at 9 o'clock p.m., you can see that there goes that isolated shower activity that we're watching for. As you go into around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, showers and downpours going on still throughout the upstate and the Midlands, as well as the PD, low country as well by 8 o'clock in the morning. And then as you get all the way to around 11 a.m. as well, still seeing some thunderstorm, maybe downpour activity going on. And as you continue all the way to 5 p.m., 4 to 5 p.m. is when you finally start to see some of those thunderstorms maybe try to become severe. And as you go to around 7 p.m. as well, going all the way to around 9 to 10 p.m. is when probably all of this will most likely end. And then as you get to obviously around 12 to 3 o'clock in the morning, some more shower and downpour activity continues. And then we'll start again on going into like late Wednesday night, going to early Thursday morning with still showers and downpours going on throughout the state. So we're going to be dealing with this for the next couple of days, and this was forecasted well in advance when the models were showing that there was an active time period for a bunch of rain to fall over the next couple of days. And remember I said from like April the 20th all the way through April the 28th, so we could be dealing with this for the next couple of days, going into the 28th, which is around 6 days from now ish. And so that's it in terms of our short-term future. Let's go on now and talk about what's going on throughout our long-term future. So here we go. Right here, time is inside of the top right corner of your screen, as I'm still trying to get some stuff up from when I had to restart my computer. But here it is right here. We just won't have a pen today. As you go on into the future, you can see that there is not really much going on as you go through around 2 p.m. All the way through 2 p.m. tomorrow, the 25th, 26th, 27th, still looking at the potential for some rain. But then the 28th and the 29th come in and start to see a little bit of a break. But then May the 1st comes in, start to receive some showers, some downpour activity. And then we continue all the way through past May the 2nd into May the 3rd. And then everything from May the 5th all the way into May the 9th, May the 10th, or May the 8th. Is pretty much just too far out to talk about right now. So that's pretty much it in terms of our short-term future, but we are watching for this little thing right here, little system right here around May the 1st, May the 2nd, that could potentially cause some more thunderstorm or excessive rainfall activity throughout that first day in May. So that's it in terms of our long-term future. Let's go on now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off here, Mr. Anthony says, good evening to you. And then my cousin Thad says, good evening, just so I hope all is well. It was a great day here in San Antonio. That is great to hear. And that's all that we have for tonight. The poll is also inside the chat. Only one person has voted, and we've had 6 people tune in so far. So if you have not voted, inside of the poll, make sure you go on and do so. It's just about your Easter weekend and just see just talking about the weather pretty much. The crazy score for tonight is I don't think it's updated yet. Again, like I said, had technical difficulties come through at the beginning, so I'm not quite sure if it updated. I don't think it did. So we're just not going to have that tonight, but we'll have it tomorrow morning as well. And it's probably going to be more beneficial tomorrow morning anyway, even with the marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow, and the marginal risk for severe weather is gone for tonight as well. So that's it in terms of our talking with the audience. Let's go on and look at what's going on in terms of the wildfires as well, because we obviously have that going on. We did actually have a new fire start. It was an 81-acre fire that started inside of Georgetown County, just to the south of Lodge Hill, South Carolina. 60% of it has been contained, but 81 acres of it still remain. 81 acres is the fire size. 40% is what still remains. But that's it. That's really the only update that we have. Everything else that's going on, obviously, is Carolina Forest wildfire, and then this other one right here that has still not been updated yet. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm not going to question it. As you go now into our next phase, which is talking about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. Talking about San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight, 71, as well as high temperatures tomorrow, 83. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 72, with a chance of thunderstorms tonight, chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, and a slight chance of thunderstorms going into tomorrow evening as well. As you go into Raleigh, low temperatures tonight 63, high temperatures tomorrow at 76, low temperatures tomorrow night at 60, with there being a chance of thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night as well. And then Philadelphia, the last area, low temperatures tonight 63, high temperatures tomorrow 76, and low temperatures tomorrow night at 52, with there being no precipitation is expected throughout tonight and tomorrow. And that's it in terms of all three of our last locations. So let's go on now and talk about our future and what's going on. Isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms may produce large hail, severe gust, and heavy rain and isolated flash flooding across portions of the southern and central plains. Showers and thunderstorms are expected to linger across the south the next couple of days. Heavy showers are creating flash flooding around in Hawaii, actually. So we do have some flash flooding threat in Hawaii right now. But overall, the main story right now is the severe weather that's going on inside the south and the central plains as well. And other than that, that's pretty much the only thing that's going on throughout the continental U.S. is just severe weather going on through from Kansas down through Oklahoma and Texas, and that's it. So not else much to say. We do have a risk for some severe weather, though. That goes into obviously day 4, which a good amount of people are in. I'm pretty sure it's day 4, maybe day 5. It was day. Well, no, this is on Monday, so actually this is a good amount of time away. But just something to watch for. Monday, April the 28th, there is a slight risk of severe weather that goes into eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, not Montana, Iowa, as well as eastern Nebraska, and even Kansas and Missouri as well. That goes into Monday, April the 28th. So severe weather is starting to look possible over inside that region, and the fact that they're this confident as well shows that this could potentially be a big deal here. So if you know anybody inside this region, let them know on Monday severe weather is possible there. Let me check the chat one more time. Jero says, hi, Joseph, I'm late. That's not a problem. You still made it. And that's it. So I will be back tomorrow morning with your Wednesday forecast update. We'll be halfway through the week tomorrow evening. Make sure that you are there for tomorrow morning's forecast and tomorrow evening's forecast. Make sure that if you have not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or hit the share button. Make sure that you go on and do so. And also make sure that you go on and share with other people you know, rather that be somebody that you met at the grocery store, somebody that somebody that you met while you got a donut this morning from Dunkin' Donuts or anything like that. And I will be back tomorrow morning.